it off and go to a meeting. So, well, very good, man. All right, well, we will see you tomorrow at the meeting. I don't think we're going to make it to the dinner, but we will be there for the meeting. I'm going to aim to get there around 6:30, so we have a little bit of time to rag chew with people a little before the meeting, so that will be cool. And I glanced over the Constitution stuff. Maybe I'll look a little bit more after the net, but Lucy's got a comment, so W8HRF to K8YUK.
K8YUK here. Hey, I have an amendment for the amendment about the committee for putting up antennas for hams who can't. How are we not calling it the Helping Hams?
K8YUK is KDSLG. I think it's because that committee is supposed to encompass more than just doing that. And I think Helping Hams is trademarked by RCWA out in Oklahoma or something. But yeah, we were looking for something a little different than that, but that is one of the, shall we say, unsanctioned names for Ron and Nick going out and helping people put stuff up in the air.
Well, if there's one thing that you and Ron do really well, it's unsanctioned things. I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF.
All right, Nick, sounds good. Well, we will see you at the meeting tomorrow, and we'll talk to you in a little bit here. I'll tee you up to do a little announcement for the meeting tomorrow. K88 SLG, W8HRF.
All right, man. Sounds like I'm going to be running the show tomorrow night, so I should probably get some sleep, too. Yeah, not going to happen. All right, man. Have at it. This is Katie at SLG over to W8HRF.
Sounds good. If you need a little sleep, you can feel free to clock out early, but I know you probably will stick around, so. All right, we got probably about 3.5 minutes here until prenet starts. Anybody else who wants to get in here before the prenet starts?
K0KDW. Good evening, Josh. Good evening, Lucy. Good evening, Nick. Hope you all are doing well and staying warm.
KA0KDW, Brad, W8HRF. Good evening, Brad. Hope you're doing well. We're doing well here. Keeping warm, at least for today. Tomorrow's when the snow flies, so I think it's time to start using that word a little bit more, I guess. But hopefully it won't be too bad, and we'll be able to get to the meeting and back pretty well. I think we'll be fine. So, anyways, hope everything's good out your way.
Yep, well, as long as it's snow flying and not the other four-lettered S word. If that's flying, there's a problem. Or you're just near a bunch of apes, one of the two. I better quit while I'm ahead and get myself in trouble there. But, well, might have a weekend project. Might be putting my repeater on the air at a temp site. Pretty close, if not right beside the permanent site, but the permanent site isn't built yet. Got to put a tower up there. So, get that all done. Probably won't be built until this spring, but see how that project goes. But hopefully I'll at least get the repeater on this week or next week, or this weekend or next week, one of the two. And then probably in January, I'll order I don't really feel like building a node, so I'll probably just order a clear RPT and use that and get it on the air and maybe within a couple of months there will be another repeater on the net, though the repeater will probably only have at its temp site will probably only have a 10 or 15 mile coverage, so won't be probably won't gain hardly off of that.
Well, that'll be 10 or 15 miles that didn't have before, so that'll be cool. Well, sounds like you got a good project going there, and should work out well for you. That sounds like fun. All right, Brad, I'm going to clear with you. We got about 45 seconds here until the girl does the announcement for the BeaconNet, so I'd ask everybody please stand by until after the announcement. This is W8HRF standing by until the pre-show in about 30 seconds.
I saw that as well. K0KW will be standing by.
The BeaconNet, a gathering of hams from around the world, will start on the system in 30 minutes. Come join us.
There's the girl! QST. Welcome to the BeaconNet pre-show. The BeaconNet is sponsored by the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association here on the W8WKY repeater in Doylestown, Ohio. 147 Mark 390, positive offset and appeal tone of 114 Mark 8. We light up the nighttime airwaves every Sunday and Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, 9 p.m. Tulsa Time. This is the pre-show. I'm here to take check-ins and in and out traffic. I'll line them up, and at the top of the hour, Lucy will knock them down. This is a controlled net, and we ask that all traffic pass through net control. Your net control operator tonight is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot. My personal is Josh Juliet Oscar Sierra Hotel, a.k.a. Mr. Lucy. As is tradition, let's check in with the BeaconNet control team before we get the party started. As Nick likes to call it, it's the Mickey Mouse roll call. KE8YUK, how you doing tonight, Lucy? You ready for the net? KE8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF and the net. This is KE8YUK. I'm ready. I actually have everything up and ready to go, and I've got a glass of cider, and I'm making sure Betty actually falls asleep, which is creepy when she just stares at the monitor because her eyes light up, and it's terrifying. But it looks like she's actually out, so we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, I'll be here at the top of the hour. Back to you.
All right. Looks like she fell asleep. Good. All right, KE8YUK, W8HRF. Sounds good. We'll talk to you in a little bit. KD8EPC, Dustin. How's it going, Dustin? You have no responsibilities tonight. How you doing? KD8EPC, W8HRF.
W8HRF and the BeaconNet pre-show. This is KD8EPC. Well, good evening, Josh. Good to hear you out there. We have no responsibilities whatsoever, but we're going to hang around and harass people in the blue screen and listen along. So we'll be here. This is KD8EPC. Back to pre-net control.
KD8EPC, W8HRF. Hey, sometimes that is the most fun role to play. Just the guy who harasses people in the blue screen. Just ask Alan. All right, we'll catch you in a little bit, Dustin. That brings us down to KD8SLG, just Nick. Just talked to you. How's it going, Nick? This is W8HRF.
WHRF, this is KD8SLG. Hopefully I slurred that all into one syllable for you. And I was just thinking, just like Alan. Where is he? He's on vacation. He should be joining us tonight, I'm hoping. Anyway, I'm here, man. I'm here for the duration. I'm here for the duration. It's so much fun being a participant, I can't even tell you. KD8SLG, back to net control.
All right, sounds good, Nick. We'll talk to you a little later tonight. KD at SLG, W8HRF. All right, that brings us down to Nick at night, K8QKO. How you doing, Nick? And you have no responsibilities as well. What are you doing tonight? K8QKO, W8HRF.
K8QKO. Good evening, Josh. Good to hear you out here tonight. I'm sleeping, resting, actually. I actually just probably fell asleep, I think, the last half hour. My alarm went off to remind me of the net. So I came in here to hit the Mickey Mouse roll call and say hello, and I'm going to go back to bed because I'm tired. And I will see you all tomorrow at the company meeting. And with that, I'll pass it back to you, Josh. K8QKO.
All right, sounds good, Nick. Thanks for stopping by. We got you in and out, and we will see you tomorrow at the company meeting. K8QKO, W8HRF. All right, that brings us down to Eric, K8VZA. How you doing, Eric? You coming to the meeting tomorrow, and you have no responsibilities either. You sticking around for the net? Over to you.
W8HRF, this is KE8VZA. How you doing, Josh? I'm doing all right. Yes, I will be at the meeting tomorrow, and in preparation for the meeting, I was rereading the redlined Constitution and bylaws documents that AAHCS sent out, and, you know, it was so expertly and clearly explained at the last meeting. I was reading it, I'm like, I know all this already. Why am I reading this? I know it. Anyway, thanks, Nick, just Nick, for explaining it so well, and I've rambled on too long. I am hanging around. You may not want me to after this, but anyway, I'm here for the duration. KE8VZA, back to pre-net control.
KE8VZA, W8HRF. Sounds good, Eric. We will see you tomorrow. Hey, maybe I don't have to read that tonight then. It was very expertly explained. I figured that Nick wouldn't say that it was one thing and then they put something else in the Constitution. So, all right, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow, Eric. We'll clear with KE8VZA. That's the bottom of the net control team. I'm going to leave a pause here. Is there any emergency or priority traffic before we get the net going here? I'm going to take a break. Please call now. All right, that's good. Hearing nothing. We're going to take a couple of rounds of check-ins here. Then we're going to work the list, see who's sticking around for trivia and who's not. And then Lucy will take over at the top of the hour here. I'd like to remind everybody that this is a linked repeater system, so please key up for a few seconds before you start talking, and then hang on for a second afterwards. We want to hear everything that you've got to say. All right. I'm going to tell you who I got on the list already. AA8CS, President Gary. KA8LYJ, WB4AIZ, Chuck. Thanks for stopping by, Chuck. K5CFY, Ray. W3ETB, Eddie. KA0KDW, Brad, out in Missouri. KI5TAQ, Taco Tim. KJ5CEU, John. WB8CXO, Mike was in and out. I'm pretty sure. I saw him pop in and out of the blue screen. And K8QFT, Uncle Fred. All right, stations who have not already checked into the BeaconNet and would like to get on the log, please come with your call sign and name. Please call now.
Let's see if I can get in with a handheld. AB8MO, Andy in Newberry.
Kilo Echo 8, Zulu Zulu Romeo, KE8, ZZR, Harry Ann Wadsworth.
Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kilo 6 Kilo Juliet Victor, Kevin in Valley Springs, California.
Echo 8 Zulu Romeo Yankee, Jeremy.
Delta Whiskey 3, Hotel Lima, India. Henry, transmitting from the Philippines. Over.
KD8 LLC, Robert.
All right, let me pick it up there. All right, on that round, we picked up AB8MO Andy on a handheld. We got you, Andy. KE8ZZR Harry. K6KJV Rev Kev. KE8ZRY Jeremy. W3, this one I wasn't sure. There's a Philippine station. I'll come back to you in a second to get your call sign. And KD8LLC Robert. All right, there's a station in the Philippines, I think something like W3HLI, not sure. Come back, station in the Philippines. Come back with your call sign again, please.
Gisela, this is Delta Whiskey 3, Hotel Lima, India, with the name of Henry, transmitting from the Philippines. Over.
W8WKY.
All right, we got it that time. Delta Whiskey 3, Hotel Lima, India. Henry, coming from the Philippines. That's a long trip. Thanks for stopping by, Henry. Appreciate it. We'll get you in a little bit here. All right, we're going to do one more round of check-ins, and we're going to start working the list. Stations that would like to check into the pre-show for the BeaconNet, please call with your call sign phonetically and then alphabetically. Please call now.
KC3QND. I'll be in and out tonight.
All right, KC3QND. Picked you up there, Miss Jeannie. Got you on the list. Thanks for stopping by. Got you in and out. All right, we're going to go ahead and start working this list. We'll see if Gary's back. He was the first person I heard when I turned the radio on. AA8CS. You sticking around for the big show tonight, Gary, to play trivia? AA8CS, W8HRF. All right. I think he's away from the radio at the moment, but we'll keep him on the log. All right, that brings us down to KA8LYJ. Robert, how's your day going? And will you be sticking around for the big show?
Yeah, this is KA8LYJ. Yeah, I'm planning to hang around. It was a rather quiet day, some errands, and came back and putted around the office and tuned in the radio. So here I am.
Oh, very good. Sounds good. We will keep you on the list here. And I almost forgot. I had a prompt for pre-show I wanted to ask people. I wanted to ask, do you know the band ZZ Top? And also, if you're interested, what are you doing anything for Thanksgiving prep? Back to you, Robert.
Yes, I'm very familiar with ZZ Top. XYL saw them at the Outlaw Music Festival year before last, just outside Pittsburgh. As far as Thanksgiving prep, we're doing one of those buy it and bring it home and heat it meals. We've done that for the last few years. We used to really enjoy prepping and cooking a big meal, and neither of us are really up to it that much anymore. So we have it catered. I think this year it's coming from Giant Eagle.
All right, roger that, Robert. All right, then you might have a good shot at our trivia question because it is the alt's related to ZZ Top. So I definitely didn't steal it from somebody who was talking about it on the barometer net one of these mornings. So, all right, we're going to clear with KA8LYJ. Let's see, that brings us down. Let's see if Ray's here. K5CFY. Are you here, Ray? All right, nothing heard from Ray. W3ETB, how's it going, Eddie? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Yeah, Josh, I wasn't really sure there who was going to be talking to because there was Nick, and there was you, and then there's Lucy, so I finally figured it out. I had to redo my log because I had put Dustin down as being in charge of the show here, but Lucy's in charge, so it's all good, really all good. The weatherman said that tomorrow we were going to have rain and possibly some snow tomorrow night and Friday morning. So you guys up there in Ohio, you might get some snow up there. Right now, actually, we have a thunder boomer. It's really been a lot of thunder out there and rain, and that's not bad because we really do need the rain. They've been talking on the weather channel that that we are really not had all the rain we should have. So this is good. We're getting some rain. And yes, I'll be sticking around. I want to hear those trivia questions and give my answers and do all that before I fall asleep. So and maybe I might get through this French movie with the subtitles. W3TV back in that.
W3ETB, W88HRF. Sounds good, Eddie. We got you sticking around on the list here, and I think we got some snow coming in soon here. And what else was I going to say? By the way, your audio is sounding wonderful tonight. I know the last couple of nets I've heard you on over the last couple of weeks, it was kind of cutting in and out, but whatever you did, it is sounding excellent tonight. So we'll talk to you a little later on. Eddie, we're going to clear with W3ETB. That brings us down to Brad, K80KDW. How's it going, Brad? You sticking around for the big show?
No snow here. The other four-lettered S word's not flying either, at least not yet. I do plan to stick around for the trivia and deal with a couple chilly days here in southern Missouri. Warm back up to the 60s for the weekend, and then by Thanksgiving the bottom falls out, so the highs in the low 40s by Thanksgiving. So there's that. I am familiar with ZZ Top. I was going to say, well, I'm actually related. But who knows? I might not know the question either way, or the answer. And for Thanksgiving prep, my only part of Thanksgiving is to go to the store and buy a few 12-packs of soda. I purposely paused there for, people's minds to wonder. But a couple 12-packs of soda for our family gathering, and that's all I got to do for the prep. KA0KDW, back to the net.
KA0KDW, W8HRF. Sounds good, Brad. We got you sticking around. And when you said 12-pack, for some reason I thought of a pack of cigarettes. I don't know why. And then I started typing that in the blue screen. I was like, why would I type that in the blue screen when I'm about to talk to him? All right, we're going to clear with Brad. Good to talk to you, Brad. All right, that brings us down to KI5TAQ. How's it going, Taco Tim? You sticking around for the big show? This is W8HRF.
W8HRF. This is KI5TAQ. Look like your YL picked up on what I said. Yeah, I've heard about ZZ Top, and I've also, shall we say, seen him on a movie or two. That's all I can say. And what I'm going to do for Thanksgiving, be with my wife and mother-in-law, and we might go out for Thanksgiving. So that's about all I'm going to say. I'm sticking around for the quiz. So this is coming back at you, KI5TAQ.
KI5TAQ. Sounds good, Tim. This is W8HRF. Sounds good. We will leave you on the list here. And I think you said you were thinking about going out for Thanksgiving. So what did we do the one year? We went to Denny's the one year. That classic thing to do. All right, we'll talk to you in a little bit there, Tim. We're going to clear with KI5TIQ. That brings us down to KJ5CEU. John, out in Texas. How's it going, John? Are you sticking around for trivia?
Roger, roger. I will stick around for trivia.
All right, sounds good, John. Thanks for being here, and Lucy will talk to you in just a couple of minutes. All right, I think WB8CXO was in and out, but I'm going to call him real quick just to see. WB8CXO, you out there, Mike?
W8WKY.
All right, nothing heard. I'm going to call WB4AIZ Chuck. I know you were in and out too, but I think you're still on the blue screen. Wanted to see if you had anything to say. WB4AIZ Chuck, you out there? All right, nothing heard. With that brings us down to K8QFT. Uncle Fred, how's it going, Fred? Are you sticking around for trivia?
Yes, I will be here. Talk about Thanksgiving. A few years ago, me and my late wife we went to a local place, establishment. We ordered turkey. I went to pick it up. And, oh, my God, it was awful. It was awful. I had to wait while they went out in the truck. They had a truck behind the restaurant. Went back there and got the turkey for me and everything. And, all I could say is, I hope not too many people have cranberry relish, but oh well. Instead of cranberry, we got cranberry relish. That's the type of thing it is. K8QFT. Back to Prenet.
KE8QFT W8HRF. All right, Uncle Fred, we got you on the list, and I was thinking about the cranberry stuff, relish, or I don't know. Anyways, didn't sound good, but anyways, hopefully you have a better Thanksgiving this time. K8QFT. I'm going to clear with you, and that brings us down to Andy, AB8MO. How's it going, Andy? And do you know anything about ZZ Top, and are you doing anything to get ready for Thanksgiving here?
Okay, let's see if I'm getting through, which I don't hear myself. Hold on. All right. All the key-ups and kerchunking is like breaking stuff. Uncle Fred's transmission didn't get through on Allstar at all, and it's causing problems. So at least on the Allstar end. So I guess I'll listen on 3.9 and transmit on 015. That's the only way it's going to solve that. What do I know about ZZ Top? Well, other than they're a rock band, or maybe they're classic rock now, and they're old dudes that maybe they need to retire. I don't know. So if you got a ZZ Top trivia question, I'll probably get it wrong. What am I doing for Thanksgiving? Well, hopefully getting together with my parents and my brother and his family. My oldest niece has got pneumonia, so if she isn't over it in another week, hopefully she will be, but we may not be doing anything for Thanksgiving. But I will be getting together with my mom's side of the family this Saturday for a little Thanksgiving celebration. So there you go. You got about 5 minutes left to get to the list, so I'll throw it back to net. Pre-net control, W8HRF, AB8MO.
All right, Andy, AB8MO, W8HRF. Well, because of the chunks, we will slow it down a little bit, space it out a little bit more, and hopefully that will help get the transmissions through to all the Allstar nodes. So, all right, we got you sticking around, and yeah, hopefully your niece gets better for Thanksgiving. Yeah, so we'll be praying for her that she gets over the pneumonia quickly. So, and we'll catch you in a little bit. AB8MO, W8HRF. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. Brings us down to KE8ZZR. Harry, how's it going, Harry? You doing anything to get ready for Thanksgiving? And you going to make it to the club meeting tomorrow? KE8ZZR, W8HRF.
W8HRF, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Josh and Lucy and everybody on the net. Yes, I will be coming to the meeting tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a couple meetings that I've missed because of traveling and whatnot, but I will be there tomorrow. As far as Thanksgiving goes, yes, we are going to my sister-in-law's, who is about 5 minutes away from here. So my wife and I will be going over there and having Thanksgiving dinner with my wife's side of the family. So I'll let you move on here and catch you with the ZZ Top stuff. Yes, I am familiar with ZZ Top. So 73s, this is KE8ZZR.
KE8ZZR, W8HRF. All right, sounds good, Harry. We will see you at the meeting tomorrow, and sounds like you got a short commute to Thanksgiving dinner, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, we did miss a couple of meetings. We made it last month, but before that we missed probably 2 in a row, or maybe it was 3. But we will be there, so Lord willing and the creek don't rise. So we're going to clear with KE8ZZR. That brings us down to K6KJV, RevCav. How's it going, RevCav? And are you sticking around for the big show?
Hello, Josh. This is K6KJV, and yes, I'm all in. And used to listen to ZZ Top, and we're going to be spending Thanksgiving at home with the smoked turkey and everything that goes with it. So back to you there, Josh from K6KJV.
All right, pausing for the cause. K6KJV, W8HRF. Sounds good, RevCav. Sounds like we'll have a good Thanksgiving there. Lucy shared a song, by the way, in the blue screen, and it's William Shatner's Turkey Fryer song. So if you're interested, download NetLogger and open up the blue screen, and you too can join in the ridiculousness. So, anyways, I'm going to re-identify quick here. This is Whiskey 8 Hotel Romeo Foxtrot, Josh here in Akron, Ohio, going through the list of pre-checks for the Beacon Net, which starts very soon, 3 minutes here. Let's see. That brings us down to Delta Whiskey 3 Hotel Lima, India. Henry in the Philippines. How's it going, Henry? And will you be sticking around for trivia? Delta Whiskey 3, Hotel Lima, India. Henry in the Philippines, you out there? And are you sticking around for trivia? All right. I'm looking on the dashboard, and I don't see him connected, but maybe he'll pop in, so we'll leave him on the list. All right, that brings us down to Robert, KD8 LLC. How's it going, Robert? You sticking around for trivia?
No, I seem to be summoned to go someplace else. I won't be sticking around for trivia.
KD8 LLC, W8HRF. All right, Robert, sounds good. Well, we got you marked in and out. Thank you for stopping by, and maybe we'll hear you on the next one here. So you have a good night, and if we don't talk, have a good Thanksgiving. But hopefully we'll hear you before then. So, KD8 LLC, W8HRF. All right, Miss Jeannie, KC3QND with In and Out. Thanks for stopping by, Miss Jeannie. You have a good night. And we got 3 more on the list here. W8NUT, I believe, was listening. But I'm going to give him a call here because I'm not sure. W8NUT, you out there and you sticking around for the net?
W8WKY.
Yeah, I think he's listening. That's Buzz. He's listening while working, it sounds like. So, W8NUT, we got you on the list. Thanks for listening along here. That brings us down to November Uniform 5 Delta. Steve, are you sticking around for the big show?
Good evening, Josh, and the rest of the net. Firstly, apologize for the kerchunking. We've got about a dozen repeaters tied in, and one of them decided to get a little bit loose this evening. I certainly apologize, and we're working on it right now. It's disconnected from the bunch. Yes. El Diablo de Mexico. Hasta luego. De November Uniform 5 Delta.
All right, November Uniform 5 Delta, W8HRF. All right, Steve. Well, we appreciate you working your magic behind behind the scenes. Lucy whispered behind me to say gracias, and it threw me off. So, but we appreciate you bringing all the repeaters here. Man, it was a lot of fun last week having all you guys in here. So, looking forward to tonight. And so thanks again for what you're doing behind the scenes there. So anyways, we're going to clear with NU5D, and that brings us down to KC8FQV. Mark, how's it going? Are you sticking around for the big show?
To key up, it's been doing that all day long for me. It's not been wanting to key up when I press it. But yeah, I'll be sticking around. So I don't know, the gremlins around or what. Maybe the gremlins don't like this weather and they're trying to figure out where to go. So KCFQ, I'll send it back to net.
KC8FQV, W8HRF. Sounds good, Mark. We got you on the list, and Lucy will talk to you here at the top. Well, it is the top of the hour in a couple minutes here. Yeah, I don't know. Those gremlins probably crawled out of my Forerunner and ran up my antenna and ran along down the airwaves. So, anyways, we're going to clear with KC8FQV. And last on the log here I have before we're ready to go here, we got N5TMY, Toby in Texas. Toby, will you be sticking around for the big show for trivia here in a minute?
Unfortunately, no, Josh. I was just listening and doing the alert thing. But anyways, y'all carry on. I'll return it back to the net. 73.
N5TMY, W8HRF. Sounds good, Toby. Well, thank you for stopping by, and thanks for listening, and maybe we'll catch you next time. N5TMY, you have a good night. I said that was the last one, but Alan popped in here. KI5DAY. How's it going, Alan? And are you sticking around for the big show? It sounds like you're not at work. Correct me if I'm wrong. KI5DAY, W8HRF.
KI5DAY in the net. Hey, Josh, it's amazing how many people say KI5DAY. I get that a lot. It's funny to hear it. But anyways, yeah, I was just thanking your wife there, Lucy, for the wonderful idea about getting a wet brush. That was a good idea. My hair is really long, and I was having some issues with finding a brush that didn't tangle up and cause me to, have a tug of war. And wow, the wet brush worked. So I'm just hanging out and happy to be here. And I don't know, all is good. I guess I'll hang out here and stick around for the show. KI5DAY, back to you.
KI5DAY, W8HRF. Sounds good, Alan. We got you on the list, and maybe Larry will make an appearance here in a little bit. So, all right, that's it for me. I'm way over my time, so I'm going to send it over to Lucy. Thanks for everybody for checking in on the pre-show with me. See some of you guys tomorrow. K8YUK. This is W8HRF. Light up the nighttime airwaves, Lucy.
I'm using a dimmer tonight. I'm a little delayed. Sorry, I'm pulling up a song for Uncle Fred, and I moved my script. All right, here we are. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the official BeaconNet Big Show. I'm Lucy, call sign K8YUK, Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Uniform Kilo, and I'll be your net controller this evening. The BeaconNet meets every Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater, 147.390, positive offset with a PL tone of 114.8. You can also find us with the Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. This is a directed net, so all the traffic must pass through net control, which is me. We are linked in with our friends in Oklahoma, the Fireside, various other repeaters, a lot from Texas, so welcome to all of you guys. But please key for a couple seconds before and after you transmit so we hear everything you've got to say. You'll hear a beep, but wait just a second or two after the beep to transmit. It will help a lot. Before we start taking check-ins, is there any emergency or priority traffic? If so, please call now. All right, nothing heard. If any emergency or priority traffic does arise, feel free to get our attention. We will turn our focus to you and try to help out as best we can. We've got a good list of stations from our pre-show, but if you missed the pre-show and would like to check into the BeaconNet, please say your call sign phonetically, followed by alphabetically, as well as your name and location, and the logger, W8HRF, will get you on the log. So if you would like to join the BeaconNet, please call now.
WW5, Charlie Romeo Tango, Whiskey 5, Charlie Romeo Tango, Chris, Sheridan, Wyoming.
We will take them one at a time. We've got Chris, WW5CRT, and we've got you on the list. All right. Before we go too far into this show, what am I talking about? Yeah, before we go too far into the show, we've got to talk about our trivia. I have main, Josh has alt, so let me pull up and post the main trivia. Okay, what was Yuri Gagarin's mission radio call sign? A, NA1SS, B, KEDR, C, U5ARTEK, or D, C0RNBN. Again, what was Yuri Gagarin's mission radio call sign? I wish I had the forethought to write it out phonetically, but I don't, and I'm not very good at phonetic alphabet, so bear with me. A is NAISS, B is KEDR, C is U5ARTEK, or D, C0RNBN. That is your main trivia. I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for your alternate trivia.
KYUK, W8HRF. All right, alternate trivia. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, the iconic band ZZ Top was formed in 1990. 1969. In 1979, they debuted their now famous chest-length beards. How many band members had chest-length beards? Your options are A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, D, 4. Again, tonight's alternate trivia question, I'm going to let it drop real quick. Tonight's alternate trivia question is, the iconic band ZZ Top was formed in 1969. In 1979, they debuted their now famous chest-length beards. How many band members had chest-length beards? Your options are A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4. Options are 1, 2, 3, and 4. That should be easy. K8YUK, W8HRF.
W8WKY.
All right, thank you, W8HRF. I think I know the answer, but I'm scared of being wrong. Eddie asks in the blue screen how many are in the band, and that there is the trick. It is classified. I honestly don't remember off the top of my head, so I can't even help. All right. I got to not read the blue screen. This is terrible. We're going to see if Gary's around. I know his wife just went through surgery, and hopefully she's healing up really well, so our prayers are definitely with her and with the whole family as you work together to make sure she heals. But we're going to see if Gary's out there to chat. AAHCS, K8YUK, you out there? Nothing heard from AA8CS. Good night, Gary. Have a good night with your wife, and I hope everything goes smoothly as the healing process continues. We're going to clear with Gary, and we're going to get to Robert, KA8LYJ. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Now, this is KA8LYJ, and if I were any better, I couldn't stand to be around me. I'm going to take a wild stab at the first one because I don't really know, but I think it's C. But I definitely know the backup trivia. That'll be B, 2. Two of the guys got beards. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Net Control.
All right, Robert, we've got you down for C and B, respectively. I think it is 3, so I'm making sure Josh has my answer down before I forget about it. Thank you for checking in. Good to have you on the list, and hope you come back later. We're going to clear with Robert. What did you do to Charles? Charles was... But Josh accidentally cleared his call sign, so I don't know who he is. It's gone. Whoever you is in Florida, thanks for checking in. WB4AIZ. All right, we got him. Thanks for checking in and out. Sorry about the mix-up. All right, we're going to clear with this Charles because he's in and out. And we're going to check on Ray, K5CFY. Are you out there, Ray? Nothing heard from Ray. Oh, man. Where did all of our regulars go? We're going to clear with Ray. We're going to wish him a good night. We're going to go on to Eddie, W3ETB. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And how is the French movie going?
Well, Lucy, the French movie is going very slowly. It's taken me 2 days, and I still haven't finished. I've got 35 more minutes to go, and I had to stop each time they have a subtitle because this French speaks so fast, I have no idea what they're saying. I did try to study French a little bit, but I know the word merde and a couple other French probably words, profanity wise. I know all my wife's profanity words that she says because she uses them a lot. And of course she's not from here, so she's from Israel. So anyway, she's not Israeli, but anyway, that's another story. But anyhow, let's see. What am I supposed to do here? I forgot what I was going to do because I forgot what all those call signs were. So many call signs. I have no idea which one it was. So I'll go with A for the first one. And since, I kind of think maybe they all have beards. I think those guys, the last time I saw them, they all had beards. So I'll go with whatever the one is that they all had beards. What is it, number 4? They had 4 beards, 4 guys. I have no idea who the ZZ Top is. It's not one of my bands that I usually listen to. Anyhow, let's see, was there anything else? Raining here, thundering, lightning, pouring down rain. Not very good weather right now. But anyway, I don't have to worry about it because I'm on Echolink. I'll turn it back to you, Lucy. W3TV, back to Matt.
All right, Eddie, we've got you down for A and D. And I had no idea your wife was from Israel. That is a long story. Maybe sometime I'll get to hear all of it. Good luck with the last many couple of minutes in the French movie. My grandma is a Francophile, and so she tried to teach us French when we were little, and we just wanted nothing to do with it. And I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, this just wasn't my thing. French is not my thing. France is not my thing. No offense to France, but anyway, I digress. I wish you luck with the movie and hope you have a great rest of your night. We're going to clear with Eddie. We're going to talk with KA0KDW. Brad, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
I'm going to do a write-in on both answers tonight and say the show me state because I am showing you that I have no clue. So there's my answers for the trivia. Otherwise, just doing a little bit of coordinating to meet up with a good friend as well as a repeater trustee for the repeaters that we're on currently in the Missouri area, as well as 25 other repeaters across the southern half of the state that are not on this net. But anyhow, meeting up with him to pick up a spare duplexer that we have for backup for our repeaters, and we're going to use that to get my repeater on the air until we get all the funds we need to purchase a duplexer. But that's about all I'm up to. So otherwise, I guess me personally, I'm looking forward to the holidays being done. The holiday season kind of stresses me out, mainly because all the noise. I enjoy being around the family, but 11 nieces and nephews, it gets very noisy and chaotic, so it stresses me out a little. KA0KDW, back to the net.
All right, Brad, we've got you down for the Show Me State. Wish you luck with figuring out what the answers are as we go. And yeah, with 11 nieces and nephews, that sounds chaotic. When we go to Thanksgiving at my uncle's place, he's got this giant mansion because he's this doctor and everything. And I've got enough cousins to fill the place. And the boy cousins usually end up in some battle royale in one of the rooms. And if you value your life or your sense of smell, you just don't enter the room at all. So yeah, I hope the holidays go smoothly for you regardless. We're going to clear with Brad, and we're going to move on to KI5TAQ. Taco Tim, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good afternoon, or I should say good evening, Miss Lucy. Yeah, some people wondering where Alan's at, and I'm just saying, yeah, we all know he's on vacation, and I thought of something funny that popped in my head, which was he was hanging antennas inside his house, or maybe hiding the bag of Funyuns from Larry the rubber chicken. So I may have some more Funyuns just to feed him. Oh, enough of the funnies, and let's get to the trivia questions. For the ZZ Top question, I'm going to go for 2. Because I know that there's another band out there that has maybe one more person that has chest-length beard. And then as far as the cosmonaut question, I'm going to go for D. And that is about all I can say. This is KI5TAQ, sending it back to net control.
W8.
After a word from somebody's sponsor. All right, Tim, we've got you down for D and B. Although I thought it was opposite, actually. I thought he said D for left. I'm going to double check. All right, Josh is telling me you got it, and I trust him. So, Taco Tim, we've got you down for D and B. And we hope you have a great rest of your evening, and hide the soybeans, jelly beans, some kind of beans from Larry, I guess. But if they're jelly beans, I will take them off your hands. We're going to clear with Taco Tim. Wish you a good night. And we're going to talk with John from Texas, KJ5CEU. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
I am doing well, thank you very much, and hope you're doing well also. Let's see, first one I have not a clue, but the rule of the test taking is you always pick Bravo or Charlie if you don't have a clue. Stick with that, so we'll go with Bravo. And on the ZZ Top question, it was 2 of them that had the beards. Anyway, best I can remember, the drummer, the third one did not, but that's my answer. I'm sticking to it. Appreciate the net and join it. KJ5CU, back to your net control.
All right. We've got you. Oh, darn it. I just realized. No, I didn't. The pink line moved and I got distracted. John, thank you for your answers. We've got you down for B and B for Beacon Net, Barometer Net, and Boredom Breaker Net. Speaking of which, I need to identify the stations. I'm going to clear with John. Wish you a good night. And I'm going to tell you that you are listening to the Beacon Net. We meet on Wednesday and Sunday evenings. 9:30 Eastern Time is the pre-show. 10 o'clock Eastern Time is the big show. We usually run for about an hour, give or take. It's a lot of fun. We've got our trivia questions, and we meet, like I said, every Wednesday and Sunday night. All right, we're going to move on by WB8CXO. Mike, thank you for checking it out, and thank you also for streaming our nets. You can go to his YouTube channel and find the live stream there, which is super helpful and really nice to share information about ham radio. We're going to clear with Mike, and we're going to talk with Uncle Fred, KE8QFT. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Well, the trivia answer is ZZ Top. No, actually, I would say the main would be Alpha, and the alternate would be Bravo. You know, I had posted on the blue screen, the only concert I ever saw was Three Dog Night, along with Tony Orlando and Dawn. I mean, that was a long time ago. But further reflection, I recall now also seeing someone by the name of Johnny Tillotson at a USO show in Stuttgart, Germany. So that's it. You know, I've never been to concerts. So I guess I'm about to go to one now. KE8QFT, back to net control. Oh, the Cavs also won tonight. All
right, Uncle Fred, we've got you down for A and B. Josh told me that the Cavs lost their winning streak, but I'm glad they won tonight. It's a good sign. I remember when they won the championship in 2016, so we'll see what happens this year. I don't follow any sport really at all, but I'm still proud of Cleveland because we need something, man. I also posted in the blue screen the original version of the Three Dog Night covered called The Show Must Go On. I think the version that Leo Sayer did on the Muppets is the best version, so that's the one I posted. Anyway, we're going to clear with Uncle Fred. Hope you have a great rest of your night. We're going to Angry Bears ate my oysters. Andy, it feels like it's been forever since I've talked with you. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Yeah. Okay, Lucy. Thank you. This is AB8MO. It's good to hear you. How am I doing tonight? I'm extremely agitated with LinkedIn. They changed their policies pretty drastically. They are openly embracing AI, and their policy changes took effect today. I meant to just close my account because I haven't used it in about a decade. And now I'm getting hounded by headhunters wanting me. I got called 2 calls from a guy. Oh, I saw your profile on LinkedIn, and would you like we were looking to ask if you're interested in a job. And when I went to go in and try to close the account, now they blocked me out of my account because I haven't logged in a decade. For malicious activities. So now they want me to create all kind of biometric data, facial recognitions, fingerprints, driver's license, just to open my LinkedIn account that I want to close. So I am feeling extremely violated right now by technology, and I don't know what to do about it. What do I do? Got to call a lawyer and get a lawyer involved to get that closed? I really don't want to do that, but I might have to. All righty. You probably didn't want to hear all that. I was scrolling through the blue screen, and I did not see your question at all. I only saw Josh's, so that's the only one I'm going to answer. I'm going to say D Delta for chest-long beards. It'd take me probably 10 years to grow a beard that long. They probably would, Josh, and they wouldn't be happy with just a copy of my ham license. So, they want a passport, which I don't have. I have an expired passport, so maybe I'll send them that, too, just for good measure. That's all I got. Back to you there, Lucy. This is AB8MO.
All right, Andy. Sorry about all that kerfluffle with technology just not working at all. We've got you down for D for Josh's. My question was about Yuri Gagarin's mission call sign. I reposted it in the blue screen, so if you'd like to share that answer, should I have him put it in the blue screen or just come back to us? Either way. I'll toss it back to you since I just put it in the blue screen, if you'd like to answer the main trivia question.
Okay. All right. Thanks for reposting it because I somehow missed it the first time, but I got it the second time. Well, let's see. 2 of them I can rule out right away. So I better go with one of the choices that I think might stand a chance. Let's see, Charlie. I know I don't say that as well as Mark does, so we'll go with Charlie. Back she comes, AB8MO.
All right, Andy, we've got you for Charlie and Delta. That reminds me, I don't know where K4OG is. That's sad. Hope he shows up at some point. But we've got you down for Sandy, and we hope you have a great rest of your night and that you can figure out LinkedIn and either annihilate it off the face of the earth or free yourself from its clutches. We're going to clear with Andy, and we're going to go to Harry, KE8ZZR. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK, this is KE8ZZR. Good evening, Lucy. Hope you're doing well. It's been a while since I've seen you. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow night at the meeting. And let me get the trivia out of the way. So the first one, the main trivia, I don't have a clue. I do follow space and NASA and stuff like that, but I don't follow the Russians too much. So I'm going to go with Charlie, because that's my middle initial. And then on the other trivia question, 1979, that was a great year. That's the year I graduated from high school. So I did follow ZZ Top back then, and I believe there was two of them that had beards, so I'm going to go with B. So with that, I'm going to turn it back to you. Have a great evening. 73s, this is KE8ZZR.
W8WKY.
All right, Harry, we've got you down for C and B. And thank you for checking in. And congratulations on graduating high school. You are free. I enjoyed high school for a good long while. Josh has never enjoyed school and wanted it all to catch on fire and go away. So, and then I married him, so here we are. Anyway, we're going to, yeah, you married the teacher. Anyway, we're going to clear with Harry. We're going to talk with Rev Kev, K6KJV. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And do you appreciate my option for D?
Well, hello, Lucy, the rest of the crew, and everybody else on the net. This is K6KJV here in Valley Springs, California, and yes, I do appreciate your effort in the phonetics for the Cornwaldo bean answer. Although Alan just now got it, and I see a bunch of blue popping up, but I'm not reading it, so never mind. Oh, so I am going to go with double D's, Delta and Delta, because you can never go wrong with the Cornwaldo bean, or as the Thanksgiving Cranwaldo beans. So there you go, Alan, I said it, Cranwaldo bean. I'm going to give you credit for that one, okay? It was pretty good, okay? So with that, I'm going to say God bless 73, everybody, and pass the mic back to Lucy from K6KJV. It's all yours.
Cranwaldo beans, I'm happy. Good job, Alan. Thank you for sharing, Rev Kev. We've got you down for double D's, as per usual, not to be confused with Mickey D's, slightly different. What was I going to say? Oh, Cranwaldo beans reminds me of this book series my mom collects. It's called, it was Cranberry Thanksgiving at first, but then they branched into other holidays. And it's this town in Cape Cod with this grouchy old fisherman and a grandma and her granddaughter. And there's like a town grump, and there's always some form of adventure. But the original is one of those stories about not judging someone based on their appearance. Because this smooth-talking salesman or doctor or somebody shows up at the grandma's house for Thanksgiving, and this bushy, rough-around-the-edges fisherman shows up, and when the turkey goes missing, who could have done it? And it's a lot of fun. So it brings up good, fond memories. All right, we're going to clear with RevKev, and before I forget, I'm going to identify the stations. I'm going to let it drop, and I'm going to pick it back up just in case. YUK returning with the Beacon Net on the W8WKY repeater. We meet for the Beacon Net every Sunday and Wednesday night. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the pre-show. 10 p.m. Eastern Time is the big show. We have trivia, clearly, and a great group of people. So if you ever want to come back or start talking, feel free to join in with the fun. All right. We're going to pick up talking with Jeremy, KE8ZRY. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, everybody on the net. This is KE8ZRY. I am doing pretty well tonight. Feeling a lot better than I have been. I had some crud going on. That's why I haven't really been on too many of the nets. But I am feeling a lot better, so it's good. My trivia answers for the night are going to be B for the first one, so for the main trivia, and B for the alternate trivia. Like I said, the Blue Screen ZZ Top was my first concert back when I was in the 6th grade. My mom and dad took me to them. I grew up on ZZ Top, absolutely loved them. Leonard Skinner was their opening act, and it was just a phenomenal concert. Although, I will say, it was my first interaction with the wacky weed, and shortly after Leonard Skinner, most of the people who were smoking that left. But that being said, I'm going to pass it back over to Net Control, and I hope everybody has a great night. 73.
Papa, uniform, Kilo Bravo.
Well, we got a call when I wasn't expecting calls, so I didn't catch it at all. And we had to drop a node. That was a lot. But Jeremy, we've got you, I'm pretty sure, for Delta Bravo. Can you confirm that?
That is going to be Bravo, Bravo for my trivia answers. Thank you for coming back. KE01.
All right, thank you for confirming that and fixing it. We've got you down for Bravo and Bravo, and we hope you have a great rest of your night. I think we fixed the nodes, which is a really good sign, so we're going to see if we can catch Henry, DW3HLI. All right, nothing heard from Henry despite that false hope key up there. So we're going to wish him a good night. Whew. We have a slew of in and outs, so we are going to say hi and bye to KD8LLC, Robert, KC3QND, Miss Jeannie, I was going to say, I don't recognize Evelyn at all. And then W8NUT, also in and out. So we wish everybody a good night. And we're going to talk with Steve, NU5D. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Good evening, Lucy and rest of the net. Again, I apologize for the noise coming out of Waco. It seems like it's coming and going. Didn't do that all day long. You know, you're special, so here we are. Let's see. Pure guess. I'm going to say CD. And it's a pure guess, so there you go. Great net, again, and I'll be listening out. NU5D.
NU5D, we've got you down for Charlie and Delta. Thanks for your help. Thanks for chipping in. Even if we are making the repeaters act out a little bit, we are special. Our moms tell us that all the time. Anyway, we got it clear with Steve, and we're going to Mark, KC8FQV. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers? And if you could, make sure nothing is too loud in the background so we can hear you clear and, most importantly.
Well, good evening, Lucy. KCFQ here. I want to say BB. We have all these B's in one. I'm going to take BB, and I want to send it back to net. I don't got nothing else here. Just busy with nets and activity on the computer. So back it comes, KC8FQB, but it's going to be BB.
right. Thank you, Mark. We've got you down for DB, and we hope you have a great rest of your night. And that you. Oh goodness. Well, I guess we better check Bravo, Bravo.
W8WKY.
All right, we're going with BB. Sorry, I'm a little distracted because Betty is laying in her crib, belly up. I see her legs sticking out and her arms sticking out, and she has a blanket completely over her head, which is terrifying me. So at some point, we're going to go take care of that. She'll probably be fine, but I'm her mom. All right, we're going to clear with Mark. We have Toby, N5TMY, in and out. And we're going to talk with Alan, famous Alan, and Larry, KI5DAY. How are you doing tonight? What are your trivia answers? And congratulations on the wet brush. They're amazing.
KI5DAY, yes, yes, and yes. Let's see. Real quick on the trivia. I'm going to go ahead and get that out of the way. Let's go with Deed. I love it. And the other one, B, I think it was. And, Larry, he's still in the other room. Hang on a second. Larry, come here. There he is. Hey, I'll get you some Funyuns after the net, okay? Okay, he's good now. We're going to just say howdy to everybody and hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, he's talking about helmets. I was saying in the blue screen I have a helmet for those times when I'm feeling special, and I'm special a lot. So, Betty, yeah, that is kind of creepy that she has an arm and a leg sticking out and a blanket over her head. I've been in that situation before, but that was back in my drinking days. Anyways, all is good. I almost forgot about this, Ned. I was sitting over there on the couch. I just watched a movie, and it's been a long day, and I was like, wow, it's Wednesday. Wednesday! Oh, my goodness, speaking that. So off I came running. I got here right at 9 o'clock our time. So anyways, I'll shoot it back to you. All is good in the hood. KI5DAY, back to Ned.
I don't care what anybody says. Your check-ins are definitely a highlight of the Beacon Net. Larry, you're my favorite. I can say that because I don't have other favorite rubber chickens, or chickens in general, actually. But my brother had a favorite chicken. Her name was Favorite. And then she got eaten by something, and he knew the difference between all the chickens. So even though we tried to convince him that Favorite was still alive, he knew and was devastated. It was a tragic time for, he was like 3 or 4. It was terrible. Anyway, now that boy's married. How the turns have tabled. Anyway, prayers for him and his now wife. They're hanging out in Florida on their honeymoon, so hopefully they're doing well, and he's not petting dangerous things, even though I know he is. All the alligators. No, I guess in Florida that makes sense. Anyway, I am too high on silliness, so we got to clear with Alan. I gotta get out of here. We've got him for D&B, and we're going to talk with Chris, WW5CRT. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
First of all, thank you, Lucy, for running the net. You're doing an awesome job, even though you do get distracted. It happens to the best of us sometimes. My trivia answers are going to be, I'm guessing, B for the cosmonaut, but I'm going to have to go with B for ZZ Top. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it back to the net. Thank you very much.
All right, we've got you down for Bravo, Bravo, Chris, although I did hear Z for ZZ Top, and I thought that was pretty clever, so I'll credit that to you, even if that's not what you said. All right, we're going to clear with Chris, and before I forget again, I've got to re-identify the station. This is KE8YUK. Handle is Lucy, and I am the net control tonight for the Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night, 9:30 Eastern Time for the pre-show, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the big show. It's a lot of fun. Come hang out on the W8WKY repeater. All right, we're going to talk with Charlie, KE9BD, right, BDJ. I got to double check my words, man. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers? Double checking, KE9BD. Wow. See? That's what I mean. KE9BDJ. Charlie, are you out there? Nothing heard from Charlie. We saw him in and out of the blue screen, so hopefully he has a good rest of his night. Now we've got KA8MNT. Tom, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Well, good evening, Lucy, and everybody on the net. Am I being heard?
You are being heard. What's the word?
Okay, the radio was bumped and didn't have something up that I'm normally seeing, so anywho, this is KA8MNT. Good evening, everybody. As far as trivia goes, I looked them up on the blue screen, so we're going to go with B on both answers. As far as ZZ Top goes, if I get that wrong, KE8OPT, my other half, will string me up by the thumbnails. So that has to be right. And today really wasn't going along pretty good or anything like that. There, it started off this morning. I decided to have eggs for breakfast, speaking of chickens. And I went and cracked one, and pantyhose fell out of it. So that's just the way my day has been going. With that, I'm going to say 7 threes, everybody. This is KA8MNT, turning everything back over to the net.
All right, Tom. Sorry to hear that about your breakfast. I hear pantyhose they're not easy to digest. We've got you down for B and B. No stringing up by the thumbnails for you. We are going to clear. Stop rubbing in. Poor favorite gave us enough eggs before her demise. We something sure did. Anyway, we're going to clear with Tom. We've got one more check-in on the list. KJ5. Oh no, it's a fly. Hold on. I got to kill it. Josh isn't helping. Okay, anyway. KJ5BWB. Are you out there?
Good evening, everyone. I set the radio on.
KJ5BWB, are you out there?
Name here is Willie, KJ5BWB. So found you on NetLogger Companion on my cell phone. Hope everyone can hear me. I'm actually on a handheld in my garage. But I was about to head to bed, and well, thanks for calling me. It's good to check in. I see some familiar calls on the list and a whole bunch of new ones. So maybe Sunday I'll be prepared. Anyways, thanks for getting me on the list. I'll send it back to you. I think it's KE8YUK from KJ5BWD. 7-3.
Well, welcome to the net. Yeah, you had a little static in the background, but you made it in really well. And I'm glad we caught you before you went to bed. It looks like your nickname is Willie, so that's what I'm going to go with, unless I'm told otherwise. And did you hear our trivia answers? Or sorry, not the answers. We haven't given those yet. Did you hear our trivia questions, and would you like to chime in on them if you did?
Willie is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And unfortunately, I did miss the question, but I hear harder. If you wanted to give the question, I'll definitely take a swing, but if it's too long, I understand. Back to you.
All right, Willie, we got you. So we have main trivia and we have alternate trivia. I have main trivia. It's usually radio related. So in this case, it is, what was Yuri Gagarin's mission radio call sign? A, NAISS, B, KEDR, C, U5ARTEK, or D, C0RNBN. That's an inside joke, that last one, but if you stick around long enough, it'll make sense. Now for the alternate trivia, I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for rereading.
W8WKY.
K8YUK, W8HRF. I'm going to make sure I got it. Okay, tonight's alternate trivia question is, the iconic band ZZ Top was formed in 1969. In 1979, they debuted their now famous chest-length beards. How many band members had those chest-length beards? Your options are 1, 2, 3, or 4. Alpha 1, Bravo 2, Charlie 3, or Delta 4. Again, the iconic band ZZ Top was formed in 1969. In 1979, they debuted their now famous chest-length beards. How many band members had those beards, those chest-length beards? Your options are Alpha 1, Bravo 2, Charlie 3, or Delta 4. K8YUK, W8HRF.
All right. So those are your trivia options, main and alternate. So I'm going to give it back to you, KJ5BWB, and you can chime in with your answers and then pass it back.
Well, I definitely thank you both for the relays there. I'm going to say Alpha and let's go with maybe Charlie on the second one. I'm not real sure, but Alpha and Charlie, like alternating current. KJ5BWB back to net. Thank y'all.
Roger that. On the alternating current, we've got you down for A and C, and we hope you join us again. As mentioned in the re-identifying, we meet every Wednesday and Sunday night, same time. 9:30 is the pre-show, Eastern Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Time is the big show. Usually you have different net controllers than Josh and myself, but we are the alternates to give the mains some bit of a break. So that's what we're doing out here. Hope you come back. It's a lot of fun. We're on the W8WKY repeater, and as established, we're on Echolink, we're on Allstar, and we're hooked with a bunch of other repeaters, so it's a lot of fun. Hope you come back. All right, we're going to clear with Willie, and we're going to take a shout-out for check-ins. We're kind of winding down at 10:50, so if you want to jump on the list for the BeaconNet, please call now phonetically, followed by alphabetically with your name and location.
Kilo Charlie 8, Lima Yankee Golf, KC8LYG, Rick here in Maslin.
Here's Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra, VY1MGS, Michael in Yukon, Canada. Greetings all.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Sierra Alpha Golf, Jake in Missouri.
All right, let me make sure I got it. My husband told me that I did an excellent job, and I'm very pleased. This is the only reason I do the net. Anyway, affirmation. The only way to get is approval. No, I'm kidding. Anyway, we've got KC8LYG, Rick in Maslin. We've got VY1MGS, Yukon, Mike. It says burr cold in your remarks, which cracks me up. KF0SAG, Jake in Missouri. Oh, I sure hope that's what MO stands for. Now I'm blanking. Okay. We're going to see if anybody else wants to check in, and then we'll work the list. Well, that was just static. So we're going to work our list. We've got KC8LYG. Rick, how are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
WAAKYC KC8LYG. Very good here. Just finishing up some stuff on the computer, listening to the net, and the TV in the background, multitasking. Did some extra work today, a little bit sore. Took an ibuprofen. Hopefully that'll help. As far as the trivia questions go, I'm going to say alpha because I really don't know that one. And the second one, I'm taking a wild guess. I know there was 2 for sure, and I know the drummer never had a beard, but was there a keyboardist? I don't know. I'm going to say that probably C. Maybe there's 3. With that, that's probably wrong too. But anyhow, everyone have a good evening. This is KC8LYG Satan 73s and back to net control.
All right, we've got you down for A and C, otherwise known as alternating current. Alan, the lyrics in the blues screen, I gotta stop. Anyway, glad you checked in. Sorry to hear that you're in pain. I hope that goes away. That stinks. And I hope whatever meds you end up taking works, because I know I have to alternate between ibuprofen and Tylenol to figure out which one is necessary for which migraine or whatever, and it's just not fun. So I hope that works out for you, and I hope you feel better soon. We're going to clear with Rick, and we're going to talk with Yukon Mike. How cold is it for you? How much daylight do you have? And what are your trivia answers?
Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra returning. Hey, greetings everyone, and thanks for taking my check-in. Thanks for being there. It's sounding good here. See if I can convert to Fahrenheit quickly. -4. -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, it's minus about 22 degrees Charlie. That's about, and it says it's -30 degrees Charlie with the wind. So it's cold. It's cold, and snow. I think we've had about 30 inches of accumulation. Things have compacted down, but get a little bit of snow every day. Yeah, it's not bad. Just got off the phone with a friend of mine in central Alberta. Good to talk to him, but just getting into the net, so I hadn't heard the trivia questions. But if I had to take it blind, I would go Charlie and Charlie. And thanks again for taking my check-in. Thanks for doing it. How are you doing today? Back to net control from Victor Yankee 1, Mike Golf Sierra.
All right. Well, we've got you down for C and C, but we'd be happy to reread them. We're doing really well today. I got to take my daughter out to see a family friend who's basically, they're another set of grandparents to us, or to me rather, great-grandparents to her, I guess, which is really weird. And then we got to see my actual grandparents, kind of spur of the moment, and that was really nice. And she was pretty worn out after that, and I got to read a book and relax and take care of some of the housework in just leisurely fashion, which was really nice. So that was my day. Thanks for asking. As far as trivia goes, I have Maine, and you're looking at what was Yuri Gagarin's mission radio call sign, A, NA1SS, B, KEDR, C, U5ARTEK, or D, C0RNBN. So that's the main trivia. I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF for the alternate trivia.
W8WKY.
K8YUK, W8HRF. All right, tonight's alternate trivia question is, the iconic band ZZ Top was formed in 1969. In 1979, they debuted their now famous chest-length beards. How many band members had those chest-length beards? Your options are Alpha 1, Bravo 2, Charlie 3, or Delta 4. K8YK, W8HRF.
I have one of those moments where I'm typing a comment in the blue screen and then I realize I can just say it. Josh is playing the blue screen song, which if you're in the blue screen, you know that it's a remix of Trump, and that's it's the internet is what it is. But it's really hard to focus when that song is playing in the background. So we're having a great time here. But anyway, that's the trivia. You've got Yuri Gagarin and you've got ZZ Top. Do you want to change your answers to VY1MGS?
VY1MGS returning. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for rereading the questions. Greatly appreciated. And I will change my answer. I'll go for double B. Not too sure on the first one. The first call sign would be correct, maybe up in space, but I don't know what his personal call sign was, so we'll go for B. And I think for ZZ Top, it's 2 members, but the other, I think it's the drummer whose last name is Beard. Maybe that makes up for their beard. But yeah, 3 members in the band, two beards there. 2 real beards, and 1 person named Beard. But double B. Thanks again. Big 7-3 from Yukon, back to net control from VY1MGS.
All right, happy to help out. We've got your changed answers to double Bs, double Bravos, and we're going to clear with Yukon Mike and hope you stay warm. Holy cow, 30 inches of snow at -4. No, thank you. I don't Christmas, but I draw the line at that. So we're going to clear with you, and we're going to talk with Jake KF0SAG, and we also picked up somebody from somewhere, blue screen maybe, KE0YJJ. You'll be on deck after Jake. KF0SAG, go ahead.
KF0SAG, this is Jake. We're just sitting here. My wife got the Christmas tree put up finally, and so we decided to watch Home Alone. And but yeah, for the trivia, for the first one, I am not sure, as I'm pretty new to the radio, so I'm going to go with, since I don't know the answer, let's say C, Charlie. And for the ZZ Top question, I feel like I should know it. Fairly confident it is B, Bravo. It's 2. I agree the drummer didn't have a beard. But yeah, fairly confident in that one. That could be wrong. Back to net control.
All right. I am mixing and matching what I'm doing on my mouse. Won't hold on to anything, but we've got you down for C and B, and we're really able to check in and that you said hi, and hope you do it again. We're going to clear with Jake, and we're going to talk with, we think, KE0YJJ. Are you out there, and what are your trivia answers?
Well, good evening. This is KE0YJJ. I'm in Roscoe Center, Minnesota, and I've been listening to you guys for a while and trying to figure out what the blue screen was. Then I got to thinking about it, and I suddenly knew, so I checked in. Anyways, I'm going to go with B and B. I actually studied Mr. Gagarin back in my day, and I'm pretty sure about the ZZ Top only being 2 people with the chest-length beard. So anyways, that's all I got. I'll send it back to you. Thanks for running the net.
Roger that. We've got you down for double B's, and thanks for hanging out and listening and chiming in, especially at this hour. That being said, we're going to go up to the top of the list, and we're going to talk with the net control team. I'm at the top. Hi, everybody, but you hear a lot from me already, so I'm just going to re-identify, and then I'm going to pass it over to W8HRF. You are listening to the Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday night. 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time is the pre-show, and 10 o'clock Eastern Time is the big show. We usually run for about an hour. We've got 2 trivias, and it's a lot of fun with great people. So hope you come hang out on the W8WKY repeater. As far as the trivia goes, I can't give Maine because I did it, so I'm going to go with Z because I think it's funny. And then C is my other option. All right, I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to give it over to W8HRF, my wonderful husband and logger, man behind the curtains, doing a great job. Over to you.
K8YUK, W8HRF. Good evening, everybody on the Beacon Net. Thank you all for stopping by. Going to get trivia out of the way. I think I'm going to go, I want to go with Delta, but I'm actually going to go with Bravo. Not sure if that's right, but we're going to go with Bravo. So I'm going to put myself down for that. And had a good day at work. Things were productive. Things went well. Took my coworker out to get a steak dinner because he did an awesome job of fixing one of the largest problems we had. But then he proceeded to pay, and I was like, okay. So I'll have to get him a gift card or something. But anyways, it was a good time, and I have a half rack of ribs left, which is cool. So I'm looking forward to having that for lunch tomorrow, that's for sure. What else? Not too much else. Looking forward to the meeting. And what else? This weekend, just looking forward. I don't think we have anything too crazy, just the weekend before Thanksgiving. So I'm probably going to make a whole bunch of pumpkin rolls. I do that most years around Thanksgiving and distribute those as gifts to my family. So I'm thinking 8's a good number. We're going to have a lot of cream cheese here. But anyways, I will send it back to Lucy, and I'll be back later to give the alternate trivia. K8YUK, W8HRF.
W8HRF, K8YUK. Good luck with all the pumpkin rolls. We need more jelly roll tins, so we'll talk about that when we're not on the air. We're going to clear with W8HRF. I've got you down for B, and that's it. Cool. All right. We're going to clear with W8HRF, as I have already said, and we're going to talk with Dustin, KD8EPC, who has no responsibilities whatsoever. So are you out there, Dustin?
K8YUK and the Beacon Net. This is KD8EPC. Good evening, Miss Lucy. Let's get the trivia out of the way. I'm going to go double D's for my trivia answers there. Not a whole lot going on here. Enjoying my night off. Been kind of reading along in the blue screen and just doing a few things here around the house. Let's see, it's going to be 2 weeks before I do another Beacon Net because I had tonight off, and then next weekend is Friendsgiving, or next Wednesday is Friendsgiving, so Nick will be doing the Just Nick show. So there we go. So thanks for doing it. You guys are doing a great job. We really appreciate it. We look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at the meeting. With that, this is KD8EPC, back to Net Control 73.
All right, Dustin, we've got you down for double D's, and we hope you have a great Friendsgiving. We're going to clear with KD8EPC. We're going to talk with the man, the myth, the legend, KD8SLG. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
W8WKY.
K8YUK, this is KD8SLG. Good evening, Miss Lucy, and all of the Boredom Breaker netizens. Oh, wait, Beacon netizens, that's it. Hi, Josh. So, yeah, you forgot the in his own mind part. It's the man, the myth, the legend, in his own mind. That's the important part. That is the bit. Anyway, let's get started with trivia tonight. I have to go with Delta for the first one, of course, because, well, whichever one of you put all the work into figuring out Cornwaldo Bean and the call sign, you earned it. Delta. And Bravo for the second, I know ZZ Top. I've got a bunch of their CDs. I never listen to them, but they show up in my playlist from time to time. And I do have to comment, I did contact the Cornwaldo Bean archivist, and yes, Cornelius Grendeloyd Cornwaldo Bean did in fact hold a world record for the length of his beard until he was displaced by Sarwan Singh, a Canadian man whose beard measures 8 feet 3 inches. Sorry if I spoiled your answer, Josh. I gotta tell you guys, I really enjoy being a participant and listener to the BeaconNet as opposed to the guy typing stuff in the screen. I can't tell you how many times I tried typing something into the screen tonight, but it's not my turn. Josh, fine business. You too, Lucy. I do want to take a second and thank Steve, NU5D, for assisting with taking care of problems tonight on the net. It's great having someone managing a repeated network instead of me just dropping the entire thing. Thanks, Steve. Thanks for talking about Friendsgiving next week. Yeah, show up at 9:30. There's no format. I just take a couple of check-ins, talk to people, move on to the next set of people. It'll be a good time. Show up. It's fun. It's the 3rd annual Friendsgiving from me. Looking forward to seeing some of you at the club meeting tomorrow night. That's for sure. It's KD8SLG. Back to net control.
All right, Nick, we've got you down for DNB. And I think you are a myth and a legend in other people's minds as well. Like store cashiers and bank tellers and, I don't know, other people randomly in life. Anyway, Josh doesn't know what it means. Why would you think I knew what it meant? Just because I said it. It's the same thing as typing in the blue screen. Do we ever really know what we're talking about? Who trusted me with being net controller? Anyway, we're going to clear with Nick after thanking him for running Friendsgiving, and I hope that all goes well. I don't know if we'll be able to check in. We'll find out. Well, we should. It'll be Wednesday night. And yeah, also thank you to Steve. Muchas gracias para usted ayuda. Ayuda? I think so. You'd think I'd practice better, but I don't. So anyway, we're going to clear with Nick, and technically Steve, I guess. K8QKO Nick at night was in and out. So all we have left is KE8VZA. How are you doing tonight, Eric? And what are your trivia answers?
KE8YUK, this is KE8VZA. Doing well, Lucy? Hope everyone is too. Good to hear everybody. Let's see, trivia. I'm going to go with Charlie for the first one. And for the alt trivia, I'm going to go with Bravo. Kind of just guessing on the first one, and the second one, I'm pretty confident of that one, I think. Anyway, just realized that activating CODA here tonight, Couches on the Air, I realized that on the barometer net, I activate a completely different CODA, Kitchens on the Air with a K, so that's interesting. Anyway, maybe only interesting to me. Anyway, hope everybody has a good rest of the week. That's all I have for tonight. It's been a great net so far. KE8VZA back to net control.
KE8VZA, we've got you down for Charlie and Bravo. Got to figure out fun ways to say the other ones, because otherwise I'd just do Charlie all the time. Also, as far as activating Couches on the Air, I did that last week. Nearly didn't make it out because I was dead asleep. So I need to activate Ham Shack on the Air. Otherwise, it'll be worse than it was tonight. All right. That's it for the Net Control team. Do we do the answers for trivia? Cool. All right. Let's do answers for trivia. First, I'm going to ID. This is KE8YUK with the Beacon Net. We meet every Sunday and Wednesday evening. 9:30 p.m. is the pre-show. 10 Eastern Time, 10 p.m. Eastern Time is the big show. It's a lot of fun. You've got your 2 trivia questions, both. And it's a lot of fun. Great people on the W8WKY repeater. We're on Allstar. We're on Echolink. And you can link up other repeaters as well. So it's a good time. All right, I'm going to let it drop, and I'm going to give you the main trivia answer. All right, KE8YUK returning as Net Control and main trivia reader. So the main trivia was, what was Gagarin's mission radio call sign? A, NAISS, B, KEDR, C, U5ARTEK, or D, C0RNDN? The answer is B, Bravo. NAISS was the first International Space Station call sign assigned by the United States. C is the call sign of an amateur radio club station that Yuri visited shortly after his mission. D is clearly a vanity call sign I'm sure he wished he could have had. Hi. That is the main trivia. I'm going to pass you over to W8HRF for the alt trivia.
All right, KE8YUK, W8HRF. Again, tonight's alternate trivia question. It was the iconic band ZZ Top was formed in 1969, and in 1979 they debuted their now famous chest-length beards. How many band members had chest-length beards? Your options were 1, 2, 3, or 4. The answer was Bravo, 2. ZZ Top is an iconic American rock band formed in 1969 consisting of Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill, and Frank Beard, known for their blues-influenced sound, humorous lyrics, and distinctive long-bearded look, except for the drummer, Frank Beard, ironically, who was clean-shaven, I think most of the time. The band became legendary over their decades-long career. After a rough patch in 1976 with their one of their albums and its tour, Tejas, the band took a 2-year hiatus. When they reunited, Gibbons and Hill showed up sporting beards as long as brooms. The band described them as growing to doormat proportions. The beards would become a defining feature that they maintained for the rest of their career. Despite their evolving image, Frank Beard remained one of the only members without a beard. Their unique look caught the attention of the Gillette Razor Company in 1984, which wanted to run an ad campaign with their razor mowing down the growth on the guys' faces. However, the band humorously declined, saying, "No dice. Even adjusted for inflation, this ain't gonna fly." The prospect of seeing oneself in a mirror clean-shaven is too close to a Vincent Price film, a prospect not to be contemplated no matter the compensation. So that is your alternate trivia. And we'll see you guys at the meeting tomorrow if you're around, and catch you next week on the Beaconette, or catch you Sunday and talk to you then. KE8YUK, W8HRF.
All right, W8HRF, KE8YUK. Yeah, break out your ZZ Top albums. Thrive in the fact that most people got it correct, I think. And I didn't, but I have a reason. It is because when my brothers were, I don't even know, probably 12, 10, and 7 maybe, this is brothers 1, 2, and 3, my father made them plywood guitars that spun. My mom made them beards. We got fedoras. They put on suits, and they went through our neighborhood as ZZ Top, granted 3 beards. But they hauled in so much candy. I think that might have been the 15-pound year. Somebody got 15 pounds of candy. One person got 15 pounds of candy. I can't stress that enough. That might have been the year that my other brother went as Elvis. That was a separate year. But as far as costumes go, ZZ Top will live forever in my mind. And I still have the beards upstairs I think we have one guitar remaining. So that is my reasoning why I picked the wrong answer. So there. All right. We have reached the bottom of the net control list. We have given the answers for trivia. We're going to do a final call to see if anyone wants to be added last minute to the log for the BeaconNet tonight. If you would like to be added, please call now.
Alpha 8, Charlie, Sierra. Good evening, Lucy, and please add me to the list. Sorry I'm late, but I've been busy. Back to net.
W2JLS, please add me in as well, Miss Lucy. Good evening on your ears.
Let's see if I can get in here. This is Whiskey X-Ray 5, Foxtrot Tango Sierra, Brian, Tulsa Mobile here tonight.
All right, we've got a recheck, so to speak, from AACS. So happy to hear you, Gary. We've got W2JLS. We also got WX5 Foxtrot. We're not quite sure. You're pretty staticky, but you are hitting the repeater. So if you could go a little slower and phonetically again, that would be great, and we'll get you on the log.
X-Ray 5, Foxtrot Tango Sierra. Weather X-Ray 5, follow that storm. Over.
Fantastic. We've got you, Brian. We had some consensus in the blue screen, which helped a lot. For those who don't know, the blue screen is the almost instant messenger window on NetLogger. It's a lot of fun. All right, Brian, you're mobile, so we're going to put you at the top of the list. Sorry about that waiting, Gary. We're going to go to WX5FTS, and then we'll have AACS on deck. Over to you, Brian.
Good evening to you and everyone. As this is Weather X-Ray 5, follow that storm. Another long day at the salt mine. Come and gone, so I am on my way home. Unfortunately, I always miss this net just because of the time that I get off, and I don't really have a way of getting into the net before I get off. So anyway, I don't have much else, so with that, I will turn it back over to net, and you all have a good rest of your night. This is Weather X-Ray 5.
All right, glad you made it to the net. Happy to have you. Like we said earlier, we meet every Sunday and Wednesday. 9:30 Eastern Time is pre-show. 10 p.m. Eastern Time is the big show, and it's a lot of fun. All right, we're going to clear, and we're going to go to AACS. Gary, how are you doing tonight, and how is your wife feeling?
Hey, Lucy, I am doing just fine, and it is such a pleasure to hear your melodious voice on the radio. Joyce is doing pretty good. It requires a lot of attention, but nevertheless, she's doing real good. Hip replacement surgery went well. And I got to tell you, Crystal Clinic, man, what a hospital that is. It's owned by the physicians, and it's an orthopedic hospital, brand new. Well, it's newer, totally modern. It is a great. If you need a knee or a hip or back something or another, anything orthopedic, man, I'll tell you, that is the place to go. And the people are nice. I told Nick earlier, my buddy was there the same day my wife was. I'm not sure how that happened, but anyway, he was getting a knee and she was getting her hip, and he told me, he says, I think I want to stay here. People are nice to me. and the food is great. So, anyway, that's all I have. I didn't know I checked in. Nick, I talked to Nick just before the net, and then I was called away from the radio. So he might have, or somebody picked it up, I guess, if I was a recheck. But anyway, good to be here, good to talk to you, and again, as I said, pleasure to hear you, kiddo. Take care. Give Betty a big old smackaroo, not a smackaroo, a kisseroo on the forehead for me, and you guys take care. Have a great evening. AAHCS, back to net.
All right, Gary, good to hear you, good to have you. Josh said that you're the first voice he heard when he turned the radio on, so you were heard and you were missed, and we're really glad that you're back. Yeah, I hope recovery goes smoothly for your wife. I'm glad Crystal Clinic is that good, both food-wise and personnel-wise. That's very positive. Oh, yeah, as far as Betty goes, I don't know if you heard, but currently she is sleeping belly up with her just kind of laying just flat on her back with a blanket over her head. So I'm going to go check on her very quickly because I'm nervous. I don't know what she's doing. But anyway, I will definitely give her a kiss for you, and we'll see you. Well, maybe we won't see you tomorrow night at the meeting, but we're planning on being there. So we're going to clear with Gary. We've got one more name on the list, and we have W2JLS. How are you doing tonight, and what are your trivia answers?
Well, Ms. Lucy, as you've already given the trivia answers, I thought I'll pass. But thanks for the ask, and yeah, I just want to say hello to everybody. I've been listening all night, just here on the side. So yeah, I may try to make a flyby the meeting tomorrow, maybe before or during the meeting. Otherwise, yeah, it's good hearing everybody tonight. So I'll just say, yeah, good evening on your ears. Everybody have a great rest of the week. And Gary, good luck with Joyce and the recovery and all that. W2JLS, back to Miss Lucy.
All right, we've got you down for nothing and nothing because I forgot we did trivia already, and that was my default to just ask. But we're really glad that you're able to check in anyway, and hope you join us next time. Guys, it's going on 11:30. I'm teaching the children tomorrow. I need to go to bed. So with that, I'm going to close up the net. Josh is a saint. He pulled up my closing script. He's amazing. If anybody needs a man behind the curtain, get your own. I married this one, but he's great at what he does, and I'm very grateful for him. Anyway, on behalf of the Silvercreek Amateur Radio Association, myself, and the whole Beacon Net crew that I will read up if my mouse will cooperate, W8HRF, KD8EPC, KD8SLG, KE8QKO, KE8VZA, and all of our alternates, who sometimes is AB8MO, and Gary might help out sometimes. But anyway, thank you, one and all, for checking in with us this evening. You're welcome to come and join us on the next edition of the Beacon Net, Sunday and Wednesday at 10 p.m. Eastern Time on the W8WKY repeater. You can also find us on Allstar Node 48496 and Echolink W8WKY-R. In the same locations, you can find the Barometer Net every morning at 9 a.m. except for Sunday. Finally, don't forget to check out our friends on the Boredom Breaker Net every day at noon Central Time, which is 1 o'clock Eastern Time, on Allstar Node 49562 and Echolink N5XQK-R, or here on the W8WKY on Wednesdays. You've been listening to the Beacon Net. This is Lucy, KE8YUK, returning the repeater to normal and customary amateur use at this time. 73s, and God bless.
W8WKY.
Is it over? Where'd everybody go? Katie and SLG.
Lucy pulled the plug. Oh, well. Katie at SLG, W8HRF. See you tomorrow, Nick.
This is K8LYJ. I linger.
W2JLS, likewise, buddy.
WHRF, fine business tonight, man. Sleep well. Go assuage Lucy's fears about Betty sleeping with a blanket over her head or something. K8LYJ, W2JLS. Good evening, gentlemen. Bob and my brother from another mother, John. Good to hear you, man. Bob, you go first.
Yeah, net's over, and wife and I are trying to figure out what we're going to assemble as a catered menu for our Friendsgiving that we're having at the church hall on the 30th. Turns out that the shop we were going to buy from won't do those dinners after the 27th. It's like, well, what the heck am I supposed to do with this? Where am I supposed to store this for 3 days? So we're hastily trying to cobble together a plan B. I think I've got one, but I won't know for sure until I can call tomorrow.
Go, John.
Hey, buddy, KD8SLG. How you doing, sir? Been listening in tonight, and lots of old familiar voices and a bunch of new ones too. So, yeah, just thought I'd say hello. My night's kind of winding down, but thought I'd linger in here for a bit. Maybe catch up a little bit. What's going on?
W2JLS, KD8SLG. Good to hear you, John. It's been a minute. What's going on? Same stuff, different day. Probably not the same stuff you're used to, but, it's going on. And, been pretty happy lately. So there. Yeah, it'd be good to see you tomorrow, man. If you can make dinner or the meeting, that would be awesome. It really would be. But I know you've been busy lately, and I'm curious as to how all of that is going. And you can fill me in on that after Bob here. But, yeah, Bob, yeah, man, you're getting down to the wire now for finding stuff. So, Cracker Barrel is not a bad option. KD8SLG over to K8LYJ.
Yeah, I'm on Leach's website here, thinking I might be able to throw together something with that. We don't necessarily have to have turkey, 2 days after Thanksgiving, so looking at maybe some ham and chicken and a couple of sides. But I got to call tomorrow and see if they can throw it together for me then. But I don't know. I mean, I'm giving them more than a week's notice, and it's after Thanksgiving, so I think maybe they could pull it off. I'm hoping anyway.
I think it's rolling back over to me here. W2JLS returning. Yeah, Nick, I'm going to try to pop by tomorrow. It depends on when I get back from being deeper into the northeast up in Lakewood. My commute sometimes doesn't work out to catch you guys for dinner. and I don't know if I'll be able to stick around. If I do go to the meeting, it's probably an abbreviated version. So, what time do people start showing up for dinner? If I'm trying to catch that, I've rolled in once successfully.
Let's see. I usually get there about 4:30, 4:45, and I don't have to do that anymore. They always have the table set up for us now, so there's that. There's usually somebody there before 5, and we hang out until right beforehand, and you've been there. They take pretty good care of us. So yeah, 5-ish on either side. That's when we get there. And it's not going to be a meeting tomorrow night. Sounds like it's going to be me talking about Constitution and bylaws, then voting on it, and then we get to be a club for a little while. So I won't drag that out too long. KDSLG, over to you, Bob.
This is K8LYJ. Yeah, like I said, Ida and I are planning to be at the meeting tomorrow. Don't know if we're going to make the dinner. Probably not, but we'll definitely be at the meeting. And we're kind of looking forward to it. Looking forward to putting some faces on all these voices I've been talking to the last couple weeks.
So it sounds like, again, I don't recall your call sign, sir, but it sounds like you're relatively new to the air or the club or both. But good to hear you tonight as well. And if you can make the meeting, it's always cool to catch up with the voices in the air live. So we've got a cool club, lots of neat folks, and Nick, I heard people talking about the bylaws and such. Sounds like you guys passed along the club constitution. It seems like I saw some emails coming through from Gary, maybe in the last week or two. I could go back and refocus in. I don't know if you guys are voting on some changes or any of that, but I'll do my best to make it in. It's actually Miss Erica's birthday, but she's got some plans with Ryan that don't include me, so I may have some time, assuming other things aren't getting in the way, like the distance, the commute, and school, stuff like that. Anyway, back over to you, KD8SLG from W2JLS.
Do what you can, John. It'd be great to see you. And Bob and Ida, I'm looking forward to meeting you guys. I will be there. I'll be there, undoubtedly. All right, guys, I'm about ready to call it a night here. So I'm going to bid you adieu, as it were. And K8LYJ, W2JLS, this is KD8SLG. I'm going to wish you guys 73, and I'll be listening out. Clear on your finals.
W8WKY.
73s, gentlemen. This is KA8LYJ. Newish to the club. Was in it about 40 years ago. Life intervened and I've come back. Not new to the air, although I was dark for a few years. Glad to be back. And I'll be clear on your final and QRT for the night.
No, that's really cool, Bob. It sounds like you were in radio a long time ago, and I'm not sure what created the hiatus, but welcome back. Maybe, I don't know if you retired. I mean, 40 years is a pretty long stretch, so sounds like a career potentially happened in between radio then and radio now. So anyway, cool to have you back to the community. I've been kind of on a bit of a hiatus here for the last couple of years myself, in and out when I can, but I'm still relatively new to the hobby. I don't even know what the hell year it was. I want to say I'm like 5 years in, something like that, 2019-ish. So, Nick, I'll say thanks. Good to hear you. Thanks for saying hello, and I'm glad to hear you're happy, and that whatever positive things are going on in your life are pushing in the right direction and all that. That's really cool. And yeah, I hope to catch up with you tomorrow, either at dinner or the meeting. Anyway, gentlemen, 73. I hope you both have a great night. W2JLS. Be hanging out for a little bit.
W2JLF, K8LYJ. I got licensed at 15 in 1979, and about 6 years later, I joined the service and was all over the place. I did manage to get my general while I was stationed in Virginia, and then got out of the service. My radio broke. I went broke. And so I went dark for a few years, but did keep the license updated, and recently got a wild hair, upgraded to extra, and got into some circumstances. I was able to get some radios, get some antennas, and get myself back on the air. So glad to be back, having a great time.
Yeah, cool for you, Bob. Yeah, good to have you back, and yes, I know 40 years, it seems, can pass pretty quickly. I can speak maybe for the last 20 to 30. It's just been, they've flown by for me personally, so I get it. Yeah, I'm curious. Maybe this isn't the right time as you're signing, but yeah, I'm curious to hear what branch of the service you were in and what you did and all of that, but get it if it's kind of late in the night. So maybe I'll catch up with you at the meeting or in the future in the air.
Yeah, I got a couple of minutes to tell you that. I was in the Coast Guard, was a public affairs specialist. That was the Coast Guard's merger of the two Navy ratings of journalist and photographer's mate, so I did both. And when I got out of the service, I've been a community newspaper reporter and photographer ever since. Only doing it part-time now. I'm disabled, but able enough to put out a few things for a few extra bucks for the gas tank, and and to keep myself sane, because if I actually retired, I think I'd go nuts. But yeah, the XYL and I are definitely planning to be at the meeting tomorrow, so look forward to seeing you there.
Oh, very good, Bob. Yeah, thanks for your service. And yeah, Coast Guard. When I think of Coast Guard, and I don't know anybody personally that was in the Coast Guard, but I want to think, was it Dan Quayle that was Coast Guard? Maybe. I have to look it up. But yeah, that's cool. And yeah, so you're doing some. It sounds like some freelance work and with some journalism, photojournalism. If I'm hearing you correctly, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah, Dan Quayle was in the Indiana National Guard. Different thing. Coast Guard's not a reserve component. It's a full-time service, although it does have its own reserve. Yeah, I write for the Barberton Gazette and Norton News. Been with them since they started up last year. Before that, I was in several newspapers over the years since I got out, starting in 1999. So yeah, I've made a career of it, and career's winding down. But yeah, like when the Barberton Herald folded, I was retired for about 8 months and was going insane. So when the Gazette fired up, I fired up with them, although on a part-time basis. But it keeps me busy and it keeps me sane, and it keeps copy in their pages. So everybody wins.
Very good. Yeah, Dan Quayle, I don't know why I was giving him more credit than he deserved, but yeah, I know the Coast Guard was its own thing. For some reason, I was sticking him in that basket. My first home, when I moved, my first residence in the state of Ohio when I came here in 2007, was out there in Norton. So no stranger to Norton, nice little community. I was out on Oser Road. I don't know if you know that, but it was nice neighbors, nice neighborhood, and just a nice community. I had a really nice tomato garden back in the day. But anyway, I know it's lingering into the night, and yeah, you're probably wanting to get off the air and back over to your wife and such. So I won't hold it. But yeah, thanks. Nice to meet you tonight, and maybe if I make it in time out there to the club meeting tomorrow, I'll say hello and get to meet you and your wife in the real world, as it were. So W2JLS, back over to you, Bob.
W2JLS K88LYJ. Well, my ham shack is actually in my office. It occupies the top of a bookshelf over here. So I'm multitasking. I'm going over the carry-out menu at Leach's and making some decisions while I'm rag chewing here. So I'm not ignoring my wife or her needs while we're talking. But yeah, it's getting late, and I want to go out and show her what I found and see if she agrees with my choices. And so I'll wrap it up, say 73s, and go QRT, and look forward to seeing everybody at the meeting tomorrow.
Very good. Good night, Bob. 73, sir. W2JLS. I'll be clear also.